Hey there, how are you doing? Bernard, your host for today, and this video is for Phil, upon request from him. And if you're not Phil, please feel welcome as well. Have a seat. It's not a big music corner, but I'm sure I have a little space for you. Sit down, grab a drink, and let's spend the next minutes together, shall we? So like I said, this video is for Phil, my good friend from BC, and he wanted me to make a video because I mentioned to him that I attended a record fair last weekend on May 27th, and I told him that I had a good time and that I found a couple of interesting items there. So I'm here to show them to you today. And so the event that I was aware of, that I learned about a couple of weeks earlier, was that it's a wholesale, how do they call it, warehouse sale organized by the record store where I usually go, which is called Au 33 Tours here in Montreal. So they used to do that kind of warehouse sale before the pandemic, and it's a huge $1 bin sale. So I never went to that event before and said, why not? Let's see, just to go out and have an activity for the day. But then just a couple of days before before May 27, last Saturday, I learned about another event happening on the same day, just a couple of streets away, like 10-minute walk from there. And it's an actual record fair, which actually seemed even more interesting. It was this event, La Foire au Vinyle, Le Plateau, or Le Plateau record show. So I decided to go there instead because it seemed more interesting. Because the actual chances that I find good things in $1 bins are pretty slim. So I said to myself, I'm gonna go to that record show. They had more than 30 exposants, which could be like sellers. More than 30 of them. So that's where I went. So I took the public transportation because you may not know that about me, but I really don't like to drive. And so I don't really like the public transportation either, but you know, between the two sometimes I have to choose. So I took the bus and I took the metro and I walked like 10-15 minutes and I was at the Foire au Vinyle Le Plateau. So here are the things that I found. But first of all, a couple of items that I saw but didn't come back with. The 2 by Rush Test for Echo was there and I didn't even look at the price. It was on a board behind the counter, and I know how much this item could be, so I didn't get it. The other Rush album I saw was the first one. I held it in my hands. The first self-titled debut album by Rush. The letters were pink. The Rush letters were pink, and I know there is another one with another version with the red letters. And to be honest, I don't know which one is the more collectible. I don't know. I don't remember. But this one was pink, And I think I saw another one also with the red, so I saw both of them. But the pink letter one was $90, if I remember well. I decided to keep some of my budget for other stuff, but it was something that it was an interesting piece to say the least. So, and another one I saw, I knew of another one that I saw to Rush. The other one I saw that I didn't pick up is Buckingham Nicks, the famous album featuring Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. It was there. It was $48. It looked in a good shape, but can't bring them all. But when you come back, you think about it, and maybe I should have. But First one I picked was because I was walking around with my sheet of paper with my wish list, and sometimes when I felt it was right to do so, I showed my paper to the seller to ask him if he knew that I had those particular records. And so this technique worked very rapidly, because it didn't take long. Another thing I wanted to say, I was second in line, and because you could come earlier and pay $15 to get in an hour earlier. So I did that. Well, I was too anxious. I wanted to be there, and I paid the $15. I think the fee was $5 after the first hour. So I was second in line, and it was actually fun, because I met a guy. The first person in line was a guy who used to live in Winnipeg, and he came around here in 2005, and we talked about music, and so it was worth the $15 just to have that little conversation with another music lover. So like I said, first album I picked up, and that was on my wish list. It's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the first album by Tom Petty. So 1976. I didn't look at the pressing and everything. I just came back, and I didn't have the time since last Saturday to really examine, review, take a good look at all the records. Well, this is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So, pay the fair price for it. Another album, this one was very cheap. It was $3, and it's a band called 8 Seconds, Canadian band. The title is Almacantar, something like that. And I know the song Kiss You When It's Dangerous. So I have it in my head since I bought it, actually. Check that song out if you don't know about it. I'm pretty sure, Phil, you know it. Maybe if you are not Phil and you're watching this, and you maybe live in the United States, maybe I don't know if that song was a hit over there. So Kiss You When It's Dangerous, and maybe I heard that album once or twice. I may have it I think I have it in my MP3 collection, but it's not an album that I really checked out a lot. So pretty much a discovery, apart from that song that I was talking about, 8 Seconds. And also I was looking for the band Max Webster, a couple of albums that I was missing by Max Webster, in particular the first album, and I was very glad to find a very nice copy, actually, of the first album by Max Webster, with Kim Mitchell, of course, Oh, that's the first Max Webster that I found. Second one is maybe not in superb shape. Yeah, it's VG. It's VG. The cover is VG. I would say not that bad. It's okay. Max Webster. Another album by Max Webster called "The Mutiny Up My Sleeve." So those two Max Webster albums were pretty much the ones that I was looking for. So super nice. That one is will allow me to a little bit complete the the collection by that band from their heydays. Foreigner, Inside Information. So with the gatefold. So not very expensive. Nice album to have. I have it on CD. But actually several of my acquisitions I have them on CD already. But you know, always nice to have them on vinyl. So there you go, Foreigner, Inside Information, album from 1987. So that next one, I was like browsing in the rock pop section of a particular salesman there, and there was a guy to my right. He was browsing in the metal section, and he said, "Hey, this album certainly doesn't belong in the metal section. You should consider putting it in the rock and pop section." And so I saw the album, and it was Haywire, Don't Just Stand There, which is super nice. And when I saw it, I said, "Oh, that's that's more my type." And that's an album that I would like to have, so grabbed it. I have another of their albums, and I still miss the first one. So Haywire is a band from the Maritimes. I'm pretty sure they're from the Maritimes, but where from exactly, I don't remember. I don't remember. I think Halifax. I don't know, but they're Canadian and from the Maritimes, and they're cool, and I love it, and it's melodic, and it's smooth, and I think it's AOR, and it's in my collection now because of the metal guy that found it in the wrong section. So continuing my my record show experience. Another album I have on CD, and I know it's an album you really like, Phil, you have it, and it's a good one. It's another Canadian gem, and it's by the artist Alana Miles. I had the cassette when it came out, 1989, and now I have the CD, and now I have the vinyl. It's a great album. She has chops, and the songs are very good, and everybody knows Black Velvet, of course, but the whole album is great. And so Alana Miles is in my collection in the vinyl section now. Very happy about that. Not too expensive, very cheap actually. Okay, and another one on my wish list for my vinyl collection, a band I really do adore, as you know, Kansas. And I was looking for Drastic Measures, and found that copy of Drastic Measures with the song Fight Fire with Fire, which is on it, and an album that it's not like super spectacular, it's not their best, but you know how I like the AOR sound of the 80s, and you know, forget about the Kansas from the old days, and if you take a listen to that one with like an AOR mindset, it's a pretty good one. And so here it is, Kansas Drastic Measures. It's from, I would say 1983, I'm not sure. 1983, what do you mean? Ah boy, I'm losing my sight. Right, maybe 82, it's too small, I can't see well. Okay, well, okay, Drastic Measures. Another one that completes my collection, not the collection, but the ones that I want from that artist, like a sequence of album, like a trio of album, maybe I would say, that I wanted by him. Phil Collins, Face Value. A Canadian copy, it's very nice. Another Beautiful. Another album I have on CD, well, yeah, that's the same old story. But, you know, how cool is that to have it on vinyl? Finally, to complete the no jacket required, and like the blue one, I don't remember the title. Is it Must Be Go Hello, I Must Be Going, that I have also. So, Phil Collins. Okay, and then there was an album that I just couldn't leave there. It was impossible. No matter how hard I tried, it was coming with me. It was meant to be. Couldn't help it. I know it's not an album I will listen to. It's just for the collection, but I had to do that. It's, of course, Boston, and this one is the picture disc of the self-titled, the famous self-titled debut. So, oh, isn't it nice? Yeah, I had to have this. Don't you think, Phil? I couldn't leave it there. It was impossible. Here it is, and I don't, it's for the collection. Like, it's my Robert Z, it's my Robert Z side there coming out. And so, it's there. I'm not really a fan of picture disc. I have a couple of them. And this one was a must. I couldn't leave it there. There you go. The last one I found at the record show, and this is a cool story because one of the very first places I went, very first counter I went, I asked for that album. He said, no, I don't have that. It's the place where I bought the Tom Petty album. So the very first place I went. So he said, no, that album I don't have it. And I said, okay, and I browsed a little bit, but I wanted to go fast because I was an early bird, so I wanted to go around the counters pretty quick with my list and try to find the things on my wish list. So I didn't browse everything he had, you know, so I went to other places. But near the end of my visit, I came back to that place to browse a little bit more, and the album I asked the guy earlier was right in the front, right at the front. So I said, whoa, it's there. Because he remembered, the seller remembered that I asked about that album, and after I left, he remembered, oh, I have it, and he said, oh, too bad that guy is gone, and oh, man. But he took a chance and he put it in the front in case I see it, and as a matter of fact, I saw it, and I was really surprised. And this one is in the shrink, and you know, it's an album that completes my Triumph. Well, it complements my Triumph collection, I could say, but it pretty much completes it because I have the studio albums I want, all the studio albums that I want. By them now, I have them, and it's Triumph, and the album is Surveillance. Surveillance. In French, it's Surveillance, so it's so much easier in French, guys. Surveillance by Triumph. in the shrink, and that was my last pickup at the record show, and I was really happy about that one because it's very nice. I think, Phil, you have that album already. Me, I like it. I like it a lot. Whatever they say, I know there's a couple of songs that maybe, you know, they have external writers on the songs. I know blah blah. I know that, but it's for me it's wonderful. So it's Surveillance by Triumph. There are two more records that I bought there, but like I said, they are for you, Phil. They will be coming soon. Don't worry, and can't wait to send them to you. And so that's it. And then my video is really long, but then I went out of the record store, the record show, and I remember about the Vente, you know, the first one I show you, the Warehouse Sale by Au 33 Tours. That one, I remember about that one. Well, it's gone. Here it is again. This warehouse sale. So I remember about it. And I had time, it was like noon or something. And I said, okay, I'll go there. I was pretty tired, but I felt the day was not over yet, and I wanted to go take a look at the $1 record bins. So I went there, and it was huge. It was huge. I didn't browse a lot of the sections, just a small section actually, and but I quickly realized that apart from the classical music, it was difficult to find good stuff. There was some interesting records. Most of them are VG minus, blah. But as you know, I like to listen to classical music a lot, and it was an opportunity for me to just grab a lot of classical music, have fun bringing them home and reading the back, because in the classical music world, most of the time you have text at the back of the record, and it's just fun to bring them home and discover, and who knows what I'm gonna do with those records. Maybe I'm not gonna keep them all. They're $1. I think when Robert Z will see that, he will need medication. If Robert Z sees that, he will need medication, because it's clearly not his way of buying records. These records are VG at best, and some of them I will need to glue the covers. I listened to a few of them. There are cracks and pops. I need to wash them and see if it makes any difference. You know, I know, Phil, you're not interested in classical music, so I will not spend a lot of time on them for you. Just very quickly, because I bought, you know, I brought back 46 classical music vinyl records. So I like Beethoven, so Beethoven here. Symphony is just very quick. My Beethoven is this one it looks nice. Sometimes it looks really nice. And like I said, I like to read the text, and of course these are not like the best recordings of all time. Not the best pressings, not the best performances all the time. But you know, there was usually there was something about them that makes them like a little bit interesting, like the label or something like that, you know. It was not completely like out of nowhere. Like you have big names like this conductor here, you know. The labels are not, you know, not that cheap. So not the best, like I said, but certainly interesting. This is my Mozart that I picked up. Um, this one was in the shrink. I removed the shrink. Still, it's very good. Like a compilation. Another Deutsche Grammophon. This one, I think it's a nice recording. Apparently, very famous. Other by Deutsche Grammophon that are like these were initially budget records from to begin with, but you know, Mozart. Shall I show them all? I don't know. Maybe you're done with the video already, Phil. I'm not sure, but you know, I really like that one. Symphonie Pathétique by Tchaikovsky. Couple of Tchaikovsky compilations that they look very nice. We'll see about the actual records. Another Tchaikovsky. This one in the shrink. I left the shrink. Pressed in West Germany. Very nice. Bolero. Wonderful piece. Another one. This one with Charles Dutoit de Montréal Symphony Orchestra. Looks nice. Again with the text in the back. This one is pretty known. Vivaldi, Four Seasons, everybody knows that. Another one by Vivaldi, like the famous Concerto Brandebourgeois by Bach. You know, I have the 6 of them. Another Bach. I like the cover. And other Deutsche Grammophon, Bach. Oh, I like that one, Sibelius. I listened to that one. It was good. No problem with it. $1. No problem with it. $1. I'll keep that one. Schubert. This is a fantastic music. Unfinished symphony. That one is the one that Jennifer prefers. Rhapsody in Blue, An American in Paris, Gershwin, with Leonard Bernstein. A few of that collection by Erato. You know, that music. Erato, the famous Passion Bell Canon, Pierre et le Loup, Le Carnaval des Animaux by Saint-Saëns. I lost you, Phil. I lost you. It's not your type, not your type. Okay, let's do it because I started. I want to do it till the end. Okay, this one, look, nice cover, right? Yeah, nice cover. Another one with a nice image. Sorcerer's Apprentice and La Boutique Fantasque. This is pretty exciting. This one is all messed up. The cover, it's glued, it's taped. I don't mind. I'm gonna have fun listening to it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it after. I'm gonna read this, enjoy. That's it. A lot of fun for $46. Chopin, A Festival of Hits. The Great Adagio by Albinoni. It's shiny one here. Shiny one. And alright, let's do it fast. It's too much. Bruckner here. Look at that. It's nice. Yes, it is. It is nice. Don't say the contrary. It's very nice. Borodin. Special London import. Look at that one. I like that one. Nice cover. On Columbia. Stravinsky. Firebird Suite. Fountains of Rome by, I think it's Respighi. This one looks very old. Paganini, he was a virtuoso on the violin. At the time, the music is crazy. Another super nice cover, Symphonie Fantastique. Symphonie Fantastique is pretty weird. It's cool. This one, Roxanne likes it a lot. The planets. I have a few recordings of that at home, but the first one that I have on vinyl, Rachmaninoff Concerto number 2, and a couple of opera, Rossini opera. This one is I think it's Korea. It comes from Korea. It's a Korean copy. And another one that's great. Another Stravinsky, like a compilation. A nice, beautiful here. So they're nice. They're not bad. You know, I'll remove the dust of from the record, and I'll have a great time. I'll have a great time. This is Verdi opera. So there you go. There you go. There you go. So that was my day. A wonderful day. Last Saturday, and I'll send you your records pretty soon. And thank you for watching. Thank you for asking to see my pickups. And to everyone who's watching this, thank you so much. You're always welcome. And I'll see you around, my friend, on Messenger or on video. And take care, and bye bye.